Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I appreciate you and I want you to know that I'll work hard to earn your trust and to keep your trust every single day. If you learn something new from this video, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Please gently tap the like button, ignite the like button if you can. I would really appreciate that. That would mean a lot to me. And also please consider enabling notifications so you get instant updates from us going forward. Now I did cover in the previous video what the Republicans said, the significant opposition that we saw from Republican senators to the $1.8 trillion stimulus proposal. Also, more news has come out that the White House is now approaching more of a piecemeal, more of a standalone approach, and you'll see more information about that on my channel as well. Larry Kudlow, the White House senior economic advisor, talked about the president willing to go higher in certain areas, not in the top line number. There has been some news reporting that the president could go up to $2.2 trillion, and I can tell you based on our sources, that is not what's happening. And I'll also cover on our channel important comments from Andrew Yang, the former presidential candidate Andrew Yang, who actually summarized exactly what should happen and who is urging House Speaker Pelosi to take the deal. Also, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna is urging House Speaker Pelosi to take the deal, in addition to other individuals who are trying to push for a deal. Although these represent the minority of the Democratic Party, because the majority of the Democratic Party is behind Speaker Pelosi, and the majority of Republican senators don't want to do a $1.8 trillion stimulus. So essentially, you have fundamentally the Democrats and the Republicans not getting behind the 1.8 trillion stimulus, which leaves the president in a very, very difficult position. And I covered what the president did. I covered what Larry Kudlow said. I covered the actions that White House Chief of Staff and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin are taking to repurpose $135 billion, which, by the way, will not be enough for stimulus checks. I've covered all that in a separate video. So definitely make sure you check out our channel and you subscribe to our channel to check out that video. But in this video, I'll give you the response from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the latest comments from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi today. House Speaker Pelosi sent out a new letter to the Democrats this today, actually. And I want to be clear before I get into the letter. The question is, are House Speaker Pelosi and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin continuing to talk? The answer to that question is yes. They are continuing to talk, but it looks like whatever they come up with is going to be dead on arrival in the Senate. I'm sorry to give you the bad news, but my goal is to give you the honest news, the truthful news. I want to be able to help you get to the next level. I'm just letting you know exactly what's going on. And I just want to be clear, Republicans are not just opposing one or two things in the $1.8 trillion bill. They're balking at the entire package. They are balking at the whole thing, and they are not getting behind the whole thing, unfortunately. They have a problem with the entire package. They have a problem with the top line number. They have a problem with the scope of what it does, and they have a problem with several policies and provisions inside the $1.8 trillion. Let us be clear about that. I have explained that in more detail in another video, and there does not appear to be a middle ground. I just want my viewers and subscribers to know where things stand. If you get the wrong information, if you get false hope from other channels, please don't give in to that. And the two sides are going to continue to talk this week. The only hope right now for the $1.8 trillion stimulus package to pass is if the president somehow convinces Republican senators to be able to get behind this bill. And also the fact that House Speaker Pelosi agrees to what U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin proposes. So again, the only hope is somehow the president gets enough Republican senators to support it, because right now that is unfortunately not looking likely. And here are the highlights of what Speaker Pelosi said in the letter. She talked about the number of cases, the fact that the case count is growing, and she said this past week the president demonstrated very clearly that he has not taken the war against the virus seriously, personally or nationally. This attitude is reflected in the grossly inadequate response we finally received from the administration on Saturday. I can already tell you that this is going to be, not the best news. And this is what Speaker Pelosi wrote. The news is filled with the numbers in terms of dollars. The heart of the matter is, can we allow the virus to rage on and ignore science as the administration proposes, or will they accept a scientific strategic plan in the HEROES Act to crush the virus? And she said we have other differences in terms of who benefits from the spending. She said that in terms of testing, tracing, and treatment, what the Trump administration has offered is, in House Speaker Pelosi's words, wholly insufficient. And she also wrote, we cannot safely reopen schools, the economy, and our communities until we crush the virus with a science-based national testing plan for testing, treatment, for testing, tracing, treatment, and isolation, and for the, this is important, and for the equitable and ethical distribution of a safe and effective vaccine once developed. I think the words equitable and ethical are very interesting here, because clearly there's some disagreement about how the vaccine will be distributed. So there's that as well. The strategic plan is contained in the HEROES Act, which includes $75 billion to fund this work. And so the issues that House Speaker Pelosi took, the issues that are outstanding with House Speaker Pelosi in terms of the $1.8 trillion stimulus proposal are total funding. The administration has offered what seems to be about $45 billion in new money, which is about 60% of what is needed, according to medical experts. This is Speaker Pelosi's language. More importantly, it is not spent strategically. So Speaker Pelosi wants to have everything documented about how this money is spent. And she talked about testing, she talked about metrics, the allocation of money for communities of color, territories, tribal communities, a national plan. And House Speaker Pelosi said, tragically, the Trump administration has no national plan for testing, tracing, and treatment. And House Speaker Pelosi said, and I quote, "Until these serious issues are resolved, we remain at an impasse. However, I remain hopeful that the White House will join us to work toward a relief package that addresses the health and economic crisis facing America's families, and will do so soon." And I just want to be clear again, at this point in time, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin has to come to terms with House Speaker Pelosi. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening right away. That could happen, but there's definitely some disagreement there. But it sounds like they are close and they are talking. But the bigger problem, my viewers and subscribers, the bigger problem is Republican senators are not getting behind the $1.8 trillion package. The president will have to convince them for this to go anywhere. That is the bigger problem. Right now, I know everybody's thinking Pelosi, 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 but that is not the bigger problem. The bigger problem is what the Republican senators are opposing. And I know the president is also blaming Pelosi, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that even if these two come to an agreement, House Speaker Pelosi and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, if the Republican senators don't support this is not going anywhere. Now, let me be clear. Like I mentioned in the video, the president is not going to come out and say, "Hey, this is the Republican senators' fault." So there is a lot of politics going on here. There's probably politics happening on every side. There's probably politics happening from Speaker Pelosi. There's politics happening from the president. There are the, I guess you can call them concerns from the Republicans. So for me, I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just telling you what I think is going on, and you can feel free to believe whatever you choose to believe. That's okay with me. I'm not trying to convince you either way. All of us have, a certain belief system, and that's okay with me. But I do want to tell you that the Republican senators are not supporting this. And on top of that, Speaker Pelosi wants more things to happen from the bill, which essentially creates a situation where the only option for the administration is to A, get Speaker Pelosi to agree and the Republican senators to agree, or B, start to repurpose money from the CARES Act and try and provide some relief, which they are trying to do, and I did cover that in another video. That's it, everybody. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, please share this video with friends and family if you learned something new. Your vote of confidence in me and my team is you clicking the like button, you subscribing, and you enabling notification. Please gently tap the like button. Gently ignite the like button. That would be your vote of confidence in me. I know these are difficult times. My goal is to give you honest news, give you factual news, give you accurate news, and you can make your decision about where you stand. My name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Please check out my video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I want to help you live your American dream. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. Please get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to SMS alerts list going forward. So you can also opt out of our SMS alerts list at any point in time. You can also get on our email list. To get on our email list, go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and then you'll get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time that you want. You can also, if you want, bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. Once you bookmark our channel, you'll be able to visit our channel, watch the videos at any point in time as per your convenience, and you're not dependent on YouTube notifications. Please follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So definitely follow us on Instagram for exclusive content on Instagram. You can also follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at ignition_time. You'll get breaking news and alerts from us on Twitter, and I think you'll And I think you'll see why our Twitter followers are growing. So definitely follow us on Twitter as well. Once again, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Dr. Nitin Choda with Ignition Time. Please consider clicking like. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. That is your vote of confidence in me and my team. Gently tap the subscribe button. Ignite the subscribe button. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.